On this episode of Lost Buildings of Somerset, we traveled down the road to Shepard Farm. This tract of land was once part of the plantation's original 110,000 acres owned by the Lake Company. After Josiah Collins I bought out his other two partners, he willed his property at Lake Phelps to his son, Josiah II, for his lifetime, after which it would pass to Josiah II's 7 living children. As you can see in this map, each sibling received their own tract of land upon the death of Josiah II in 1839. The highlighted portion went to Anne Davies Collins, who was the oldest child. She also inherited 56 enslaved men, women, and children, most of whom she rented out to her brother, Josiah III, at Somerset. In 1843, Anne married William Biddle Shepard, and the couple settled in Elizabeth City. As part of the union, Anne signed over to her husband her property rights at the lake, including land and enslaved people. This upset Josiah, who jealously guarded his family's interests. Sometime after the ownership change, Anne's former tract of land on Lake Phelps took on the name Shepard Farm. William Shepard then set about improving his new land. He wanted Josiah to hire Joab Norman of Washington County to build slave dwellings and other structures at Shepard Farm. He wrote, quote, "I wish the overseer to occupy the hands in deadening about 175 acres in the place indicated to Mr. Collins, and in getting plank and scantling for overseer's house, negro houses, and barn. The overseer's house I wish to be about 30 feet long and 20 feet wide, divided into 2 rooms with piazzas on each side. The negro houses about 36 feet long and 18 feet wide, 5 in number, and the timber for a barn 50 by 30. Yet Josiah refused to comply with this request, which deepened the divide between the two men. In retaliation, William listed for sale both the land at Shepard Farm and the enslaved people who he received from Anne, who were currently hired out to Josiah. The land was listed in this advertisement as containing 1,374 acres, with 405 acres under cultivation in corn and wheat, but it never sold and remained in the Shepard family. However, William sold the enslaved people and their increase to Charles Pettigrew, who owned Banarva Plantation next to Somerset. The enslaved people had freedom of movement between the two plantations and continued to attend the Lake Chapel at Somerset Place. Anne passed away in 1848 and William followed her in 1852, so Shepard Farm passed to their son William Blount Shepard. Now, little is known about the development of the farm or how many enslaved people, if any, lived and worked there. We do know that William Blount sold the farm to Neil McKay of Harnett County on February 15, 1870. A letter the following year seems to indicate that there were only 3, quote, negro houses at that time. These may have been former slave dwellings. Several dwellings also appear on the 1910 census for Shepard Farm. These were occupied by white and black residents, including former Somerset slave Isaac Baum. It was also around 1910 when an antebellum barn was moved from along the transportation canal at Somerset Place to Shepard Farm. You can see the barn in this circa 1922 photo, which along with an adjacent image show many other agricultural buildings, including barns, sheds, and machinery, and at least one dwelling. These two photos, which show the area behind me at the intersection of Mountain Canal and modern Mail Route Road, were probably taken to document the workforce on the farm, including white and black day laborers. The barn mentioned earlier was taken apart and relocated a second time to accommodate the new Mail Route Road in the 1930s. Unfortunately, it blew down during Hurricane Isabel in 2003. What was once Shepard Farm remains privately owned and appears very similar to its 19th century appearance, just like the farmland that surrounds our site today. You can visit our site Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with guided tours offered upon request. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring that bell to receive notifications about our latest videos like this. Until next time, thank you for joining us.